Hi, I'm GuruStu, and I'm here to dare you. Dare you to live. Dare you to be your best. Life is a big dare, and if we let it, it can be very daring as well. Dare stands for the cycle of life. We start off with D, desire, which causes us to take A, action. And that action can either be toward or away from those desires. These actions create the R, results, that shape our E, experience of life. D-A-R-E. Now, good experiences fuel us to go on, and bad experiences can smother our dreams. It can cause us to fall deep within heartache and pain and suffering. Now, in order to realize our dream, it helps to write it down. Now, the process of writing it down is manifesting it into a plan. It makes it that much more real. Writing it down creates the map for the rest of our lives. Desire is more than just wants. It's passion. It's the fire of life itself. It's what drives us onward in search of that elusive something. Now, left alone, we call it a dream. A wish that can easily be forgotten in the light of that whole rat race thing. But, given details and dates, it takes on a whole new life. It becomes our goal, our aim. It even becomes our life mission. Now, in order to reach our goals, we have to balance who we are with what we want. Now, in order to do that, we have to be at our best. BEST stands for B-E-S-T. It's the elements of self. They stand for B, body, E, emotions, S, spirit, and T, thoughts. Body, emotions, spirits, and thoughts. BEST. Now, when each element is in balance with that goal, the goal has to happen because that's the law of universal balance. This has to do with our physical presence. Now, it could be doing something with our actual bodies, such as jogging or whatever, but it could also be something that just needs our physical attention. So it could be something like be at a certain place at a certain time, or mail out those resumes. Our feelings are what gives us feedback about ourselves and the world around us. We're driven by how we feel, whether it's in the pursuit of something pleasurable or away from something that's painful. If we want to achieve our goals, we have to be happy about going after them, and even happier about achieving them. For many, spirit has this religious overtone. But in this case, it's more about a sense of self, a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose. Now, when our spirits are in balance with our goals, we feel more than just happy. We feel fulfilled. We feel alive. We feel more like ourselves. What we believe, we become. Thoughts become things. We base our actions and our reactions on what we think. But often we don't know what we think, or at least we think we know what we think, or at least we think we do. But what we think, we do. Our thoughts are one of the few things that we actually can control, because it comes from us. Now, we can start by thinking about the life we're going to live. We can think positive thoughts, even in the face of adversity. Because everything begins with our thoughts, they're the first things that we need to balance with our goals. For each week, write down your top goals. Next to them, put the percentage of involvement that's required from your body, emotions, spirits, and thoughts for each goal. Now, they need to add up to 100%. So let's say it's a physical goal, like I'm going to run the marathon next year. It could be 75% physical, 5% emotional, 10% spiritual, and 10% thoughts. You're going to need to know this for our next step. In order to go from desire to results, we need action, or else it's just action is what gets the doing done. A lot of the time, we do an awful lot, yet don't actually make any progress. It's like being on this giant hamster wheel that no matter how hard and fast we're moving and we're getting faster and faster and faster, we're still not getting anywhere. Action needs to be right action in order for us to achieve right results. Right action is about balancing the elements. And for that, we need the right term. Time, effort, resources, and motivation. TERM. We live in a time-based world, at least last time I checked my watch. So it's within time that we perform these right actions. So we have to commit time to our action plan if we ever intend to get anything done. The moment we set aside time, the entire future shifts. We now have a contract, a commitment, and results are already on their way. Each time we commit time, we move one step closer to that goal. Now, it's really important to remember that it's more about the right time than it is about the amount of time. Now, if your goal is to get fit, then sure, how often you go does matter. But on the other hand, some goals only need 5 minutes 3 months from now to totally change everything. When time is as important as what time. Tip: we have a lot more time than we realize. When standing in line at the grocery store, we have 5 minutes just waiting to write down important ideas. So put down that magazine and pick up a pen. Effort is more important many times than the time itself. Now, we could put in a whole bunch of time at the gym and be chatting with our friends the whole time. That's not going to get any results. Effort is equal to the amount of energy that we spend in exchange for the energy we get back. Now, it changes a lot based on where we are at the given moment and where we're trying to get to. For example, if we're training to run that marathon, the first time we run is going to take a lot more effort than, say, 6 months into the training. Tip: a little extra effort goes a long way. Just when we think we can't go on, all we have to do is go on. Too often we think we have to go it alone. We don't. There is so much out there in the world that's at our disposal. All we have to do is reach out and grab it. Resources stands for anything that's outside of ourselves that can help us go from action to results. It could be money, it could be materials, it could be other people. If it's something that turns actions into results, it's a resource. Tip: everyone is connected to someone else. If you don't know of a good resource, ask anyone else. Even if they don't know, they may know someone who knows someone. We can have all the time and the money in the world, but if we don't want to do something, it's never going to get done. Motivation comes from within us. But sometimes we actually need that outside spark to get the fire burning. So, seeking out inspiration, whether it's another person or whether it's a book, can be just what you need to get that fire going. Tip: don't just look for those that do it right to be the inspiration. Sometimes all you need is to see someone do it totally wrong to get you inspired to do it the right way. For every action, there is a reaction. What we put out there comes back to us as results. Now, by keeping track of our results, we can look back and see, 1, how far we've come, 2, how well we're doing, and 3, how to plan better next time. Results are the reality of tomorrow based on the actions we take today. They're like stepping stones. Do they lead us up or down? Let's face it, all the desires and actions aren't about the results, now are they? No, really, they're about the experience of those results. Let me give you an example. If you wish to make $10,000, but you make $1 million, oh man, are you going to feel rich. But now if you wanted to make $10 million and all you made was $1 million, how poor you're going to feel, poor you. You see, the results are still $1 million, but the experience is very, very different. Life is all about learning. What's the point of going through all the good times if we don't enjoy them? And the bad times if we don't grow? Writing it down helps us to organize our thoughts, and sorting through them later just might uncover some new answers and make us dare just a little bit more. Tip: don't be afraid of failure. We're learning how to do it right by discovering what doesn't work. So, write down what you would have done differently, better, if you could do it all over again. Then, just go back to the action plan and do it the next time. Now go out and have a great life. I dare you.